North and Song dynasty. Now, in this ancient street, it has become the first commercial street that can use facial recognition payment. Now let's take a look at the first store to see what kind of innovation does it have. And today we have invited two guests. The first one comes from Alipay's group, 蚂蚁金服, Miss Wang Yifei. Hello, I am Wang Yifei from 蚂蚁金服. So apart from her, we have also another guest, Mr. Wang Hai. So later, these two guests will join me in the experience of innovation and technology. And please come in the store. Now this is a milk tea store, and they have the technology of facial recognition payment. And I here will experience how does it use. So our salesperson has input 0.1 RMB, and here I have to face this, right? After facial recognition, I need to input my phone number. You do not need to film this moment, otherwise our audiences would know my phone number. After completing the input, I am clicking Pay. It is very quick, like a couple seconds. The pupil's distance does not change, and the habits of ours and the account of ours will not change. This is a comprehensive usage of combination of software and hardware. If twins do this facial recognition payment, will there be any problems? So the problem of facial recognition for twins is an issue globally, but currently our technology can recognize different twins. And we are not only recognizing the exterior of our faces, and here we have a process of inputting the numbers of our phones. This is a second time experience. Please start another payment for us. Can I test it on site? As you've said, you have merged a lot of innovation technology into it. I want to know if I can use my own photo to scan on this screen. Here I am going to test it. Can I pay with my photo? Okay, this is one of my photo. I'll put it in this. Let's see if this will succeed. I don't think so. So it has to be my own face. This, as you said, one point is that my photo doesn't work. The second point is I have to input my phone number. What's to say in it? So the camera you're seeing right now is not the common one that we're seeing daily. This is a 3D depth camera. It can judge whether you are a video or a photo or you yourself. So this is a lively testing. and it confirms whether you are yourself. Because it's near the Chinese New Year, so I want to buy some special purchases during Spring Festival. Do you intend to use the new technology or do you use cash more often? Yeah, I want to experience facial recognition payment. Hi, I want to ask you, mister, for your common purchase, what kind of ways do you pay? I normally use cash. And recently, we have been using Alipay in our family. So today, what is your plan? Do you want to use cash or Alipay? Alipay. Okay, let's take more tours. Let's see. I think they have a lot of local produce selling right here. And now I want to show you, including going upstairs. So around over 220 stores, they're using facial recognition payment, this new kind of technology, which will make the convenience even higher for both stores and citizens. Can you eat something? Can you buy snacks on the second floor? Yes. So this new pattern, why did we choose to learn this technology in Wenzhou? As you know, the commerce is very developed in Wenzhou and it's renowned around the country, and they're open to the business and this choice. So we have asked for cooperation with the government, and they welcome the pilot trial with us. We can see that the second floor is mainly snacks. Hello, I want to ask you a question. So after the new technologies landed, are there a lot of people using it? Yes. What's the former way of payment? Scan this QR code. So normally, are there a lot of people lining up in holidays and weekends? Yes. Plenty of people would come here and line up. So after this new technology landed, do you have changes in your operation? Yes. I think what you're saying is very simple. Can you say something more? No, I think he's just very shy. So after this facial recognition payments been landed, I think there will be more convenience for stores and citizens. I want to see more citizens using this new kind of technology. Maybe this is not lunch hour or dinner hour, so there are not a lot of people on this floor. So what's a kind of business that you can expand after this new technology? So the conventional purchase has been innovated. Yes, there are areas for innovation because our citizens are experiencing the new technologies, but this is only a pilot place, and we have a process of adapting into this pattern. Let's interview one more citizen. Hello. Excuse me. Do you use cash or other methods to pay? I normally use cash. I think it is more convenient because I'm rather old and I'm not adapted to a new kind of technology. So this Wuma street has adopted one facial recognition payment. Do you think you will try this later? It depends. If I can learn it and I can master it, oh, then okay. If it's too difficult for me, I'll still stick to cash. All of a sudden, some of us are having a hard time to adapting to it. Okay, thank you. Let's take a look at another street. Let's go to another store. Thank you for your cooperation. Let's talk more about this technology. Just now, I used a photo, but it failed to pay. But in our normal operations, how can we guarantee the security of funds? What kind of badass technology do you use? You think that paying with Alipay is very convenient, like the purchase can be done in less than a second. Like for me, I live in Shanghai, and sometimes my Alipay account would be logged on in Beijing. So in our backstage, we would judge if this is a personal occurring recognition. So we would use facial recognition. If it's a relative of yours, then we would help the facial recognition to ease this process. If your account is held by other people, then we would stop this purchase and help you to prevent from risks. Another point is that I am a person who never plays video games, and if a purchase of video games happens in the middle of the night, 3 a.m., then we would in the backstage to judge if it's a purchase done by yourself. And we have a lot of approaches to verify. This is an AI-used approach to judge the risks. So this is a rather mature technology. Yes, this is very mature. This system is used behind Alipay. And right now, we are just changing the approach in the front desk for the payment and purchase. Because normally in hotels, we would see that we can swipe our ID cards, and then we would use facial recognition to know if it's a real person. Is this the same? This is not. This is a little bit different because the facial recognition payment is a guarantee for funds, so the precision is higher. It can reach up to 99% better than human eyes, which is 95%. So let's go into this store. This is a good-looking bookstore. This is very famous as well. So this technology haven't been used in other cities other than Wenzhou, right? We have been using them in KFC, but there are no whole streets covered with facial recognition payment yet. So you can see the facility is only the size of an iPad, so this is very convenient. A lot of people are scrolling in this bookstore. I will grab a random thing and to test this facial recognition payment machine. I'll take this one. Hi, I want to purchase this. I want to pay by this. I'll test it again. The whole process is very fast, and the procedure is still the same with scanning QR code. So we have expanded the channels of payment. For example, you're playing video phones or you're making a phone call. When you're not convenient to use Alipay, you can use this. Wait a moment, I want to try this again. If we stand here together, the two of us, it can still recognize my face. It will recognize the face on the front. Let's try this again. This is really quick. The purchase has been done. I have bought this very cute sticker. So I want to ask you, normally are there a lot of people using this facility? I think this is very welcome by the public, and this is becoming more and more popular because of the convenience. We can ask them. Hi, do you come here very often? Yes. I've seen this new facial recognition payment facility. How do you view, as a youngster, how do you view it? Facial recognition, do you mean that you can buy this without bringing your phone? After inputting my phone number, I think there will be no need for me to input any other thing aside from facial recognition. Do you want to try this today? Yes. Hello. Excuse me, is this your first time using this payment? No, I've been using this for a couple times because the first time you have to input your phone number. Yeah, only inputting it for the first time you use this. How do you think this technology is? I think this is really convenient. It has facilitated our life, and I think our lives will be more intelligized. So you will have you no longer need to bring your phones. I live nearby and I come here very often. If I need to buy books or other things, it is very convenient for me to purchase things, and I don't even have to bring my phone. I think it would be the best if other stores are using this, because I don't need to bring bags or phones anymore. I don't need to worry about thieves. Are you a local? Are you local in Wenzhou? Yes. So for the digital innovation or the government facilities, do you think there's a lot of improvements? Yes. Before, if I need to do some errands with the government, then I need to go a couple times. I remembered the convenience of applying for passports when I needed to go abroad for traveling. Before, I needed to go to a lot of places and operate for this. So for youngsters, it is very convenient for us. We do not need to go to the windows and do the complex procedures. Maybe they can be left to the older ones. So we can see that youngsters' acceptance is very high. So besides from the diner and the produce store and bookstore, let's see other stores as well. Because currently I know that some of the stores are using the facial recognition payment method. And will there be more updates of this technology, and when will this be covering the whole street? Around 20 stores are using this technology right now, being the first batch of stores, because a lot of stores around the country are trying to apply for this, and we have a process to train the employees of these stores to use this payment software. So we will be covering this street more. For stores, the cost doesn't raise so much because it is the function of the QR code. We have a rent for this payment machine, but we also have subsidies, and if it reaches up to some amount, it can be completely deducted, the rent. So you're an expert with Jinfu. So aside from stores like this, your connections and cooperations, do you know that Wenzhou is investing a large amount of funds? After in 2012, we have signed a strategic cooperation contract, and we have done many measures. For example, in Wenzhou, buses can be swiped with Alipay accounts. Another thing is that the city service inside Alipay, you can run a lot of businesses without going out. For example, recognizing your face, and then you can collect the funds. And there are other examples such as classifying garbages and going to hospitals. These we have been receiving positive comments from the general public. We can see that there are a number of tourists right here. Do you have an official statistics about this facial recognition payment? Is there a rank? So in Wenzhou, the payment amount is very high because this is one of the first places to receive the offline payment. So currently, Wenzhou is ranking number 5 for personal volume of offline purchase. So the volume is really high. So over 80% of Wenzhou people have tried this mobile payment. So people like us, we have to use this convenient technology and facility every day when we're out here. We can take a look over there. There are some clothes stores, and we'll see if they have this new approach of facial recognition payment. So in the process, when we walked here, I see that a lot of people are having a conversion of new and old ideas. They want to try the new approach, but they are worried about the security measures. Actually, security is always our top priority. So please rest assured. Let's take a look if anyone is making a purchase right here. So this store also have this new technology. Hi, excuse me. Are you purchasing something? Do you often come here? Yes, very often. Because I have a complex here, and I often came here when I was little. So you're local here? Yes. So what do you think is the difference of the conventional commerce pattern with the current one? And today we have a new payment approach. Have you tried it? Not yet. I am coming here today to experience it. What are you planning to purchase? I live very nearby, so I want to buy a pair of socks. I have bought some clothes from here. So this citizen right here has picked one pair of socks, 59 RMB. This is very quick. You're quicker than my process. So you think that inputting one time for your phone number while purchasing, do you think this is complex? Yeah, I think this is the first time. So for the security considerations, you have to put it for the first time. And in later usages, I will not be having to input my phone number. How do you feel about this? I feel that I do not have to bring my phones with me anytime anymore. If I forget to bring my phone outside, then I can use this. Do you have older people in your family? Yes, they're also using mobile payment right now. And today I have just come here, and this is a completely new experience, and I think I will teach them. Thank you, thank you. Okay, as we know, in this process, including your technology support and the local construction for the intelligent commerce block, including the Wenzhou commerce block construction, a lot of things can be done here. In the first place, are thanks to the government efforts. Today, we have two guests from the Wenzhou's government. The first one is Director Dai from the Department of Commerce. So please say hi to our audience. So you are the Assistant Director of Commerce of Department of Commerce, and this is the Department of Big Data. This is a newly established department. Please say hi to our audiences. Hello. So let's take a walk and talk. So we have been talking with an expert with Ma Yiqinfu, and I know that Wenzhou is launching this new technology first. And this will help and facilitate the intelligent commerce circle in Wenzhou. So this time we are constructing the intelligent commercial block. This is to stimulate the Alibaba technology in mobile payment. And this is only part of our efforts to advance this. So for later usages, maybe we will have guidance for parking spots for consumers, and maybe we'll help to tell them which kind of stores are on sale. And then we will analyze the data, what kind of consumers like what kind of products, and we will have more precise services. And this year, we are only putting a trial period, and we hope to promote this in other commercial blocks. So from your perspective of work, do you think the operation of big data and new technology, do you think this is a big step up from the conventional model of consumption? So everyone's habits of consumption is changing all the time. including the store owners, they are changing their wheels on consumption as well. And we hope to use this new technology and remodel the conventional stores, help them to adapt to the new environment of consumption. Because this is not everlasting, and the mode of consumption is always changing with the trend of time. So the managing approach and the consume mode are always changing. So the ultimate purpose is to serve the tourists as well as the citizens. So on one hand, we want to facilitate the consumption and make it more convenient. And then we want to raise the environment of consume. And we have another question for our other guests. So aside from construction of the intelligent commercial block, so the digital innovation is taking place on every aspect, including the governments. So how do you think the future situation is? In these couple years, the Wenzhou is launching a construction on digital innovation and digital city. And we have put in place one reform to help the general public cutting their to streamline their administration and governments. And by this, we can advance the transference of the government of digitalization. And we are realizing all departments' synergy in business and sharing of data between different branches of governments. I want to interrupt you for a little bit because I found this one feature when we are walking around. I see that there are QR codes putting before every store. So can you scan it? Yes. I think maybe some special apps can only scan this. I think this is also the first time that you've tried this. I'll use my WeChat to scan it. So now the basic information has been showing on my phone. So for citizens, if they scan this QR code, they can see the license and they can see the information about the store. This is also an innovation on social governance, because sometimes after scanning the QR code, including some security codes and some license information can all be shown. This has stepped up the social governance, and from the conversion of our government, we have been developing the project number 1, and we're also advancing the digital society's construction. And today we can see the construction of the commercial block in Wuma. This is very meaningful, and our Director Dai has talked a lot about this. This is not only facilitating the general public, but this is also remodeling the commercial modes, and it has helped in every aspect in our lives. So our efforts is to hope can realize the big intelligence by using big data. As you said about the government errands, running one time at most. So compared with before, what's the difference? So all the business can be done online. And around 60% of business can be done with one ID card. So the changes and digitalization are the benefits brought by the new technology. Although the numbers and the digitalization are cold and not lively, but the convenience is something that every Wenzhou citizen can feel. Thank you. Thank you. I hope the changes will be more. So the two directors have introduced the intelligent commercial block and the big data's operation in Wenzhou. So aside from the operation of big data, so Wenzhou is a small pilot zone in Zhejiang or even the whole country. And in later times, all the innovation will be emerging in Zhejiang province. Because a couple days before, there was a conference convened, and it has been proposed that in 2020, the digital innovation will bring us more new changes. So in this process of our live streaming, we have invited another guest. So later he will show us some of his views and feelings. So let's take a look around here. This street is called Chan Street. This is Wuma Street. So this is the block with historical values. Another guest we have invited today is on the opposite side, is on the Chan Street. Just now we have mentioned in the process of our live streaming, we have invited another guest, another expert from Mai Jinfu, the vice president of Mai Jinfu, Mr. Yang Hong. So just now we were talking to directors and other guests. We have been feeling the big data's innovation and the digital commercial block. So we have convened a digitalization conference 2 days ago. So in the future, as a technology enterprise, what kind of innovation will you present? So Digital Zhejiang will be presented as the first as a mobile payment province. This is a very inspiring news for us because the government and the Department of Commerce have been cooperating, and we want to positively engaging in this process, and we want to contribute our thoughts for the construction of digitalization. So from the infrastructure's perspective, I think there are 3 aspects for this city. The first one is the common usage of mobile payment, because I think mobile payment can help and facilitate the governance of the city, including our general public. They can use it in their daily lives. Their experience will be upgraded as well. This is a very important fundamental aspect for future developments. Another point is that the digital society and the digital government will be raised with efficiency. And in this aspect, Zhejiang has always stand in the first ranks within the country, because since 2014, the construction of only going to the government once to do the business has been started, and this has brought a guarantee in the digitalization development of Zhejiang province. The third aspect is that all these development and technology cannot be left alone with stores and companies. So on the basis of mobile payments common usage, on the basis of the digital Zhejiang, especially the only going to the government once business, we are playing in full swing. in the future, there are a few key areas where we can improve. For example, new retail, new manufacturing, and new finance. So I'll take new economy, new finance, and new retail as examples. So as you've seen some reports, and we have established an Alibaba system. We have small stores and Hema Xiansheng and complex malls and other supermarkets. And we will take the capability of ours to facilitate the retail business in Zhejiang, and they can raise the reform of digitalization in Zhejiang province. For online banking and Alipay, we are advancing the big data and credit loaning. The purpose next step is to help the small and medium-sized enterprises in Zhejiang, to help some farmers and to help them solve the problems that they're facing. So no matter it's for agricultural economy or SME enterprises, we are going to cooperate with the government and tax departments of Zhejiang according to the records of taxation. We are going to aid some of the banking facilities in Zhejiang to gain capability in loaning. And also in new logistics. Sorry to interrupt you. I know that in 2017 we have signed a strategic contract to advance digital innovation. And today we are seeing this street in Wenzhou. But will there be new models in other cities like Hangzhou? In Hangzhou, we will also expand the mobile payments usage. On the technology that we're currently having, we will be innovating in more aspects of technology, and we're also exploring a new model. This is called regulation plus service model. So before, mobile payment was just a convenient way for us to pay. But what we're thinking is that the value that it has brought is far more than itself. Like the plan that we are launching right now, we can add some values and credits according to their sale volumes. For example, if they are in some kind of business, we will present some experience and master books about this aspect. So through this project, the progress can be made very efficiently and very quickly. The service of loaning can be eased. So this service has been provided since 2017 and 2018, and now mobile payment may be entering another new era, because it is not only a way for payment, it can be an entrance for SME enterprises. So this technology can be used in economical areas in our society, and it will bring a new experience. Okay, thank you for giving us a lecture today. So as Vice President Yang has mentioned, so the new model of digital innovation can be infiltrating every aspect of our society, and we can feel the power and changes of science in our daily lives. And I believe that the future has come, and we're expecting and anticipating the new way of technology with our life. And today our live streaming is concluding. Thank you for watching.